this is typically how I set up my lighting. And just so you can kind of get a feel for it, I wanted to do this as an example. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to first start with the practical light, which is the lamp that's sitting behind me. I'm going to have to get up here because I don't have a help. So, boom. And you know what I like about what the practical is doing is that it's actually a nice looking light. For one thing, it's doing a couple things. So for one thing, it's giving me separation from the background, which already in and of itself is going to actually help create more of a image with depth. And you know, if you look, you know, it's not doing a whole lot as far as like on the back of my hair or anything like that as a hair light would, but we're going to fix that here in a minute. So but you can see that there's actually kind of a nice look that it's doing to the furniture that's behind me, the bookshelf. Oh, wrong side. The bookshelf. It's got just some nice light. It's a nice soft looking light. It's got a nice look to it. You can see that it has, you know, a bit of spill right here, which I actually like. In some cases, depending on what I'm going for, what I'm looking for, I may change that. It also has some nice little light happening right here. Like all of those things are on purpose. So check this out. We're gonna now add in the I'll add in the key light next. Here we go. Actually, no, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and add the actual backlight here. So here we go, got a remote. Boom. So now, you know, it's motivating. So now we have the practical, which is now motivating the hair light that I have, which is actually cool. It's done some more. It's brought up the exposure, but it also have not touched my actual face, which that's exactly what I'm looking for a couple reasons. One of the reasons is for the depth, but also there's a different color temperature that's happening on the practical, which that's typically what you may see in an environment, a home situation, or whatever, a place of comfort. But I always use daylight balance on my skin, and it's just what I like to do. So you see there's some nice looking light on the shoulders there, just kind of separating me more from the backdrop. And now you see the backdrop has a nice amount of light going on. And really, I mean, I could actually, like, if I was going for like more of a early morning, super early morning dawn look or something like that, I could do something like that, and then maybe do a key light or something like that, just to kind of, you know, create that look. That's a nice look. All right, so we're gonna turn that back on. Now we're gonna go and put the key light on. All right. Okay, so now there's my key light. The exposure could probably be adjusted a little bit, but I actually like what it's doing. I'm looking for more of a dramatic feel. And now, as you can see, there's layers here. So there's depth happening. And it's like, the cool thing is that so much of this, yes, it's, you know, the lens and all that, but really it's not. I think I'm shooting at 50 millimeters at this point, which isn't just a super, and I'm at 3.5 or something. So there's not a huge amount of depth happening there as far as in camera, but a lot of it is actually happening with the actual lighting that I have. So the next thing that I'm going to do is we're going to go ahead and, you see this area over here, I'm not super, you know, loving just how it's going into complete black there. So what we're going to do is I'm going to just add an extra light on this side off camera, just to add a little extra fill light. And I'm going to match the color of my backlight and my hair light there, or my practical and my hair light. So here we go, let's try that. Let's go on over here, and voila. So now I officially have a set. So this is how I like to build my different interviews. And really, I mean, there's not, you could do it all kinds of ways. But I like doing a lot of these this way. Now, obviously, if I was going for more of a natural daylight type of a thing, this would completely be changed around. But the same thing that remains is, am I creating depth? How do I create depth? And so the main way that I do that is through lighting and obviously separating myself from the background. So most of the time for me, the first thing I'm doing when I get into space is actually separating, putting space between the subject and the background immediately. Like as soon as I walk in, that's the first thing that I'm looking for, is how can I create that space. And so some situations, depending on the space that you're in, it may be too small of a space or whatever, there's still creative ways that you can actually still create depth. And it isn't necessarily just always, the lens and camera. So with that being said, hope you guys enjoy that, and we'll see you.